Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Down, the lady. Blue flag team. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. What? Your mind.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, Jacobs trying to run inside, but nothing there. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Carr to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland.
Next to score, Raiders 7, Colts nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the 2nd year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A shotgun snap for Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. 16 yards, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Go! 540!
Tackles.
From the 45 on second down. Luck. Ebron caught left side. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59. You.
Hey, Haywood!
Out of the gun, Love. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here I come.
Hey, check.
Now it's Locke off the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
54, Mike 54. It's gonna
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 2.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
11.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey.
On 2nd and 12, Luck eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
What we got? What we got? What we got? 12.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
From the gun, here's Love. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The kick by Bryant is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Walk 54. All day, every day, any day. 12.
Now a 1st down throw. Luck caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 21-3 is your score after 1.
11B.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 5-4.
Check.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
They run with Hines. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Alert 3.
Off of play action. Luck. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Watch the backer.
Let's go, Mexico.
Luck on first down. Funches has it complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Check out. 622.
Let's go, D.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
12.
They'll run on first down. Mack. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Check out. 180.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Watch out.
40. Easy. Alert.
Mike 54.
On 2nd and 7. Luck to the right side to Eric Ebron. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Check out. 390.
Check. Watch 54. I'm coming.
They'll try and run with Ware. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Spencer Ware, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
at their own 25-yard line.
A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Carr. This is caught by Antonio Brown. First reception for him, and remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now, blue lady.
Yeah, Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Let's up.
58 to Mike.
Come back down.
58 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 2nd and 13. Carr, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will get the lead up to 14. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Slam. Go ahead. Slam. 12.
On first down, it's long. Flushed out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check.
Mike 5'9". Come on.
Luck now to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Luck. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Here's Carr. Man open left side is Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
23 yards on the play. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Get ready.
They'll go again here with Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check your hot read.
Now it's Locke. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Hey, high 7. Y'all playing the wrong football.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check it.
Now Locke. Throw left side here complete to Campbell. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
12.
They're going to go. It's locked. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
What now? You want it?
Come on. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
16 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now!
58.
180! Hey, we're good! 180!
Once again, it's Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Alert flare, flare.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
On
the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Carr gonna throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
We got this.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, here's Luck. It's caught by Funchess. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, D. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. 11 V.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
12, 12, 12.
Block throwing again. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Check 24, check 24.
General West. Hey, check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
On 2nd and goal, Luck, the quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal.
12, 12.
SOS.
11.
Out of the gun, Luck to the end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Mexico. Protein spill. Check. 12.
On 1st down, Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now a 1st down throw, Luck. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Luck's throw finding T.Y. Hilton complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
674.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, check 20.
On 1st down, Hines. And he loses the football a second time. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Twelve.
59 mark.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st down, it's Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
Check. Lucky. Check 24.
12.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Throwing again is Luck. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
At their own 13-yard line.
Monday, down. Hey,
That's trash. That's trash.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Victory for the